She introduced me to the business. Rory, my father, and Noela have been NeoLife distributors for 47 or maybe even 48 years now. They changed their lives completely. They've changed thousands upon thousands of other people's lives through this business. They don't have to do the business these days, but they do it because it's their passion. They love what they do. Empowering people is part of who they are. And so I just asked Noela to close this call off this evening, specifically for our new distributors, just to help you understand that you can do it. So Noela, thank you for joining us. Our 4 Diamond Director, welcome to the call. Good to have you with us.
It's so good to be here. Honestly, thanks, Drew. Appreciate you. And Brandon, you're an absolute star. Really, really appreciate you guys. Honestly, you do so much for us distributors, and I want to thank you. I actually was excited when I was asked to talk, just close off this meeting for new distributors, and because it cast my mind back over 40 years, as Andrew mentioned. And the interesting thing is that I just thought of, 40 years flashed by, and I thought, wow, what a life we've had. Rory and I have had the most incredible life. But how fortunate were we to be invited to look at a business when we were the most frustrated and broke young married couple. We were so broke. We had good jobs, and we just knew that our jobs were going to make us work until we were retirement age, 60 or 70 or whatever it was going to be. And we would be then confined to our finances that we had then. We would have lived a mediocre life probably, and we just wanted more. My dad, it was the best lesson. It was a sad lesson, but he had worked as an accountant to have early retirement, and due to a brain tumor, he was dead 4 months before he retired. And my mother and father, had basically put their entire life on hold until they were retired, where they had time freedom and money freedom to go and do all the things they dreamt of. So that just left us stone cold. And so we started our own business. Well, that's history. It didn't work out. People went bankrupt and couldn't pay us. And so here we were, frustrated and broke. And then somebody invited us to this business. What a blessing it was. And that's my story. And I know there are many people out in the world hurting now. Probably some on this call. Others are thriving. But people are looking for opportunities. They're looking for a stability in their lives. They're looking for freedom, time freedom. And I honestly and truly believe that NeoLife is an answer for everyone. It's an answer for good health. It's an answer for plugging, a second form of income. It's an answer for a stay-at-home mother. It's an answer for a full-time business, depending on what you want. It was the answer for us. And, I can talk confidently because it's the same products and it's the same plan that we've worked for the 40-odd years that you've got, and it all works. This company, I want to just say to you, new people who might be saying, I wonder if it's really true. It is true. It is true. Rory and I have put our lives in this business because we understood when we met the company people, the scientists, and we worked the business. We knew it was all true. They've never let us down, and they'll never let you down. And it's a stable business. So immediately you can put that aside, and now we just got to concentrate on you. And when you're in the midst of fog and can't see the shoreline, we need a compass. And we need to reach out to trusted distributors, a trusted upline for perspective. We're not hardwired to go it alone. And we don't need to go it alone. We need others to survive and to thrive. And that is what I so appreciated right in the beginning, and I still appreciate it throughout, that we got on our feet through asking, through being part of the team, through remaining involved, team togetherness. Don't try and do it alone. You must get involved in the Zooms. You just set your time and get involved in what you can get involved in and stay involved. The minute you try and cut off or think you can do it alone, don't just stay involved, and Drew and Brandon talked about your 3 daily success habits to grow your business, to grow your PV. They talk about PV. That is absolutely true. Your 3 daily success habits, use the products. I am a product of the products because I feel great. After 47 years on these products, I've never used another nutritional, I've never used another cleaning product, I've never used another skincare. It's been fantastic. And I know that it's good for you. It's good for you. So the products, use the products, share the products, and share the opportunity. That is your 3 daily success habits. But it's not necessarily about what you do. It's about who you become. And we've got to constantly grow as people. That is what makes the difference to the winners and the survivors and the not winners and not survivors, is who do we become? We've got to grow as a person and grow in how we deal with people. And so for me, the whole business works well, but who are we becoming? How are we growing as a person? I just think of people who give up. How is that going to help them? Why have you joined the business? You've joined the business because you wanted something. You liked a business of your own. You wanted another income, or maybe you weren't even looking and somebody just showed you. But, it's not going to help you by joining and giving up. You've got to develop some resilience. You've got to have a reason to keep going. And the reason that excited you in the beginning, keep that in mind. Be resilient. You've got to be resilient when you build your own business. It doesn't matter what business you build. You will have your good days or your good months and your bad months. So what? If I look at my 40-odd years, not every month was a good month. Not every year was even necessarily a good year. But put together, it's been brilliant. Did I ever think of giving up? Absolutely. In the early days, I thought, am I ever going to do this? Am I ever going to find somebody who is as excited as I am? And I stuck around, and sure enough, we both, Rory and I, are so glad we never gave up. What would you have gone to? What would have given up and done? Go backwards and never get our dreams? So I know that you will, at some stage, feel frustrated. Just don't give up. Get going. Become a better person. When you stumble, you learn. You don't give up. Not if you're made of some steel. Not if you've got dreams. You can stumble many times. You learn. You don't give up. And I think that is the big thing. It happens in business. Doesn't matter what business it is. But this business, you're not going to lose your home for it. Where other businesses you do. And I think that is probably one of our biggest reason people give up. They don't have enough money tied up in it to keep going, but you have your dreams tied up in it. So don't give up on your dreams. The question I want to ask you, it's an interesting question. Who has the most influence over you? Who has the most influence over you? Who is the one person who is with you in your breakdowns and your breakthroughs? Your breakdowns when things don't go right, and your breakthroughs when everything's going right. Who's with you? It's yourself. You're with yourself through the ups and the downs. So, people are very quick to give suggestions and to give you their opinions. Rory was asked by his father, when are you going to get a proper job? We'd had a proper job. We didn't like proper jobs. It's not what we wanted to do. It wasn't the freedom we wanted. It wasn't the dreams we wanted. When are you going to get a proper job? What's a proper job? NeoLife's a proper job if you work it like a job. And we never had to fight the traffic to work. It was just fantastic. So I ask yourself, you're with yourself through your ups and your downs. So what do you see yourself as? I want you to really work on your self-image, your self-view. Create an empowering self-view of yourself. I don't say be full of yourself, but know that you're on the right track. Know what you want. Know how you're going to get it and how many people you're going to help. Brandon showed you, the more people you help, the more you earn, the bigger you get. The more people you get rise to the top, the bigger your business grows. It is just a very exciting business. So first of all, we've got to feel successful. And when you've helped somebody take a step in the business, you feel great because they've done it. You've done it. You've strived. You've seen them strive. They stuck it out. And it just is so good. So feel success. Feel successful. And basically, I must say, it's all a choice. We all have the freedom of choice, and that freedom sometimes is not that great because, we can feel sorry for ourselves. Well, that's your choice. Don't. Just get a good book, get some good input into your ears, into your head, and go on. You are not your circumstances. And I have to say that because we were broke. If we had been our circumstances, we would be a disaster. We would have been a disaster. You are not a divorce. You are not a bankruptcy. You are not a job loss. You are not illness. It's how you deal with your circumstances that actually matters. And everybody's different. And I think in the last 18 months of our life, or however long, it's been such a pivot. And people are battling, and I understand it, but we have the answer. So I want you to never give up on yourself, on your self-view of being successful. You can be successful. Why not? It's your prerogative. God's on your side. He'll help you. Just do what's right. And, identify what you want. As Andrew said, what do you want? What floats your boat? What excites you? What gets you up in the morning? What gives you butterflies? Find something. Look after your money. I want you to, when you're broke, you have to watch every cent. And people who've been broke or are broke, that. When you are earning and earning well, you must watch every cent. And you continue to budget. You pay yourself first. You put aside money. You've got to look after your money. And that is one of the biggest downfalls of people, just earning well and not being conscious of looking after their money. And another thing is your action and your activity, your 3 daily success habits. When you're talking to people, that action and that activity can bring struggles. Because some people will say yes when they really mean no. And some people say no when they really mean yes. And you get confused. Don't worry, just keep going because you find the right people. But, that's part of growing up and growing your team. And you just stay consistent. Keep on a level. You feel up, you feel down, doesn't matter. You are consistent with your attitude. And I just feel that our 40 years have been such an incredible 40, nearly 50 years. I mean, it's been a long time. It's been of such I feel as though we've lived such an incredible life, Rory and I, with our children. Being of service to others, building a team, um, uh, of earning, of traveling, of fun times. You know, I never made my children that I had while I was working the business, I never made my children the excuse of why I couldn't work the business. But I made them the reason of why I must work the business. We have great health. We have great memories. We have a great legacy through NeoLife. Where would we have been if that one person had not spoken to us? I want you to think about that. Where would we have been? I hope you new people will be able to say, where would I have been if I hadn't been invited? Really, I want to encourage you. Don't let people put you off your purpose. This business is the business because it's the truth. It has the truthful product. We don't have, it's a true scientific-based product. The products work. They are whole food. They're not just vitamins and minerals. They are whole food. We're the only company that has this absolute whole food base. The nutrition, the cleaning, the skincare. We have the base. You've got to become what you want to become. And you can earn what you want to earn. If we can do it, anybody can do it. I just say, go for it. Don't give up. Never give up. That's the advice I can give you. Okay, Drew, I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you very much, everyone.